are listed on this slide. The results of this study can then be used to develop a better understanding of the evolving profile of dance-related injury in Australian professionals, to assist companies and others to evaluate and tailor appropriate evidence-based injury prevention activities with a long-term goal of safely sustaining dancers in their chosen career for as long as possible. For this, we want to encompass all professional dancers, not just company employees. So these are the criteria that we've established. They must be over 18 years old, recently paid to work, rehearse or perform in Australia, and to personally identify as a professional dancer. But we're still keen for feedback on this definition of what a professional dancer in this country means. Study methods will be a national level survey distributed electronically using the secure tool RedCap. We will contact major companies directly and independent artists through AusDance. Access will be open to allow for forwarding via social media. It will contain 6 main sections, the first being demographic questions such as age, gender, style of current dance employment and education. As this survey will be open access, it will help us stick to our inclusion criteria and will also record whether participants are employed by a company or are independent artists. Section 2 is about early dance training. We want to know about the age dancers commence full-time training, as well as length and style of their course, and as a heavy dance load from a young age may have long-term impacts on physical development and injury. So we'd like to see if that's reflected in our findings when they're professional later in life. Slide 3 focuses on current dance and cross-training. Dance is not typically seasonal and there is little rest time during the year. We'd like to break this down to learn more about time spent in technique classes versus rehearsals or performances, as well as any complementary forms of physical activity they participate in, such as strength, fitness and conditioning. Questions will be asked on environment and conditions dancers train and perform in. What type of floor is it? What type of shoes do you wear? Do you warm up or cool down? How much rest time do you have? And are these conditions significantly different during rehearsal and performance seasons? Section 4 will be about the injuries specifically, and for that we're defining a dance-related injury as a physical problem deriving from dance life which affects your ability to participate fully in normal dance training, performance or activity. But again, feedback will be welcome from anyone here on this definition that we've chosen. The survey will include an in-depth investigation of one particular injury sustained in the past 12 months. We chose this as most participants will have experienced an injury during this time, and it's also a reasonable period for accurate recall, the injury rehabilitation process, and to encompass a full performance year. Questions will be asked about the timing of the injury, the site and type and how it occurred, whether it was overuse or acute, health services that were accessed and how they were paid for, and the outcome of this treatment, and also reporting of this injury and any delay or stigma involved that we just learned about before. So we'll also look at return to dance practices and any modifications made to continue dancing. We'll also want to know about career-wide injuries, so a briefer version of these questions will be asked about all injuries participants have experienced in their careers, including chronic injuries, those that have resolved, and those that continue to reoccur. The last section of the survey will ask some general health and lifestyle questions, such as smoking and alcohol intake, dietary practices, use of prescription and non-prescription medications, height, weight, and hypermobility. Participants will also be asked for consent to be contacted for follow-up with this study and future dance research. So that's the entire contents in brief of our questionnaire. It should take about 30 minutes to complete. We're currently finalising the content before seeking ethics approval. However, we would really value any contribution from the dance community that are here at this event, and there's time to still alter the contents of our survey based on any feedback from anyone here. So please, I mean it when I say we really value